Why do we always get great ideas when we're in the shower? Why do we always get inspiration when we're doing something that doesn't take our conscious effort? Why does these things come in the most unexpected ways? Why do you get an idea when you're driving a car? You're driving on a road that you know so well. You sometimes drive that and have no idea how you actually made it. How did you get there? You don't know how it's even happened. That's what I want to talk about today, because I was in the shower today and just this whole, some people will call it download, other people call it inspiration, other people will call it just an idea, and it just came fully formed and appeared while I was in the shower. And so I did have my phone close by, so I was able to go and record that and take down that idea and get it out of this space onto something tangible that could work, of course, very well if it's on paper as well. But why does this happen? The question really appeared, like, why does this happen? Why do people sing when they're in the shower? Why does inspiration appear in the most, sometimes what we call, it could be inconvenient places? And the answer is there's many reasons, but there's one main reason. And I love the kind of the metaphor of the shower, because we move in there to cleanse ourselves. We go into shower to clean the body. But what actually happens, that does happen on the physical level, what happens when we go into something that we're so used to doing that we don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about how to shower. You just, the water comes over you and your body is washed, you wash yourself. But what happens is we get cleansed from the conscious mind. We're getting out of the repetitive thought patterns. We're out of the, I need to do this, or maybe, that happens. You don't go, generally people don't go into the shower and think, I'm going to go into the shower and come up with a great idea. It's when you're not trying. It's when you're not making something happen. It's when you are in an open space where the inspiration, where the ideas, where the all existent form of thought, of idea, of inspiration can appear to you, because you're not caught in your mind, you're not caught in the doing, you're not caught in the steps, the linear, logical ideas of how things work. So why do these ideas come in these places? It's because when we're cleansing ourselves, we're really cleansing our consciousness, we're cleansing our thought forms. So that we can see, like this metaphor of the water cleansing our spirit, cleansing our mind as well as our body. And so, like, singing is a creative thing, and a lot of people sing in the shower. And that's because when we're stuck in the linear, logical doing, the more masculine side of our brain and our mind, creativity is to a degree shut out. And linear, logical, and it's an important part of our being as well. But creativity and inspiration comes from that more feminine part. So the shower, or driving, or maybe you can put in the comments and let us know, maybe there's a different place for you. But generally it's when the body is on autopilot. Of course, if we are sitting and quieting the mind, we can allow that as well, but a lot of times there can be effort involved in that as well, so that the inspiration can come and just random thoughts are appearing. So why does it happen? It happens because we allow ourselves to be cleansed. We allow ourselves to be in that space that is open to inspiration, that is open to ideas. And it's not that something special is added to us. It's not that something that wasn't there is there just when we is there now when we step into the shower. It's always there. What happens is the shower or the car, or put in the comments whatever your place is for this spontaneous inspiration to appear, is that you put yourself in the space to see, to hear, to feel, to know the things that were heretofore invisible to you, but they were always present. It's not that they weren't there, it's just that we were not aware. So these places, spaces, ways of putting ourselves, we're putting ourselves in the, sorry if the wind is going to get a little bit loud here, might have to go into these rocks. We're putting ourselves in the space where we can receive that which has always been here, that which has always been there waiting for its revelation. This is the revelation. It's a revealing of what is already there. Inspiration doesn't come from somewhere else, it comes from inside. Inspiration it's already here. But when we put ourselves in an environment where we are receptive to what is ready to be revealed, this is the revelation. And with these devices, with social media, with this constant activity of mind, constant activity of doing in this hyper-connected world now, there is less and less times for more and more people where we are in those spaces and places. Say most people shower daily, maybe not everyone. I don't always do it every day, or some days I don't. But does that mean every time you take a shower you're open to inspiration? For me, no. Because you could be in the shower and you're going through what you have to do that day. You could be going through what happened in your life 20 years ago, what's happening in the world. So they offer an opportunity, they offer a potential, but it doesn't always guarantee it. But whenever we're in that placeless place, that spaceless space, and the body is just taking care of itself. And again, because it's an unconscious thing. We've done it so many times. Like if you drive a manual car for 10 years or more, you just change the gears without thinking about it. You don't have to look at it. There's a muscle memory thing built up, but it's really what is happening. Spirit, the source, is allowed to do what it always does, and it just does everything. We think we are doing things, but what actually is happening, everything is just happening and appearing, and it appears to us like we're doing something. But so spirit is always like these waves, the waves waving, the sun is sunning, the body is doing, the body is humaning. I think Alan Watts said something like this. The waves are waving. No, he said something along the lines of peopling. An apple is appling. People are peopling. Bodies are bodying. The sun is sunning. You know, it's just a happening. But the little me ego mind wants to take ownership, wants to aggrandize itself, wants to think that it's in control and it is very important, when it is just a little mirage. But so the more often we put ourselves in these spaces and places, conditions where we can be open to inspiration, where we can be open to new ideas, where we can create space, where the body is just taking care of itself, where we're not thinking too much, we're allowing inspiration, we're allowing ideas, the better. And why does it happen in these certain places? Again, because it shuts down that part that generally blocks what is already, every incredible, like, let's just do it in worldly thing, like the next multi-billion-dollar idea of some sort of product that is going to take the world by storm is already existing in a field and accessible to every single being on this planet. You know, the solutions to all the challenges. Sorry, I'm just looking at this bird doing something really cool. The solution to every challenge to the human condition is already existing in a quantum field of potential, and it's equally accessible to every single being on this earth. But what happens is certain beings, through their actions, through their history, through their intensity of focus and how they learn, how they remember where they invest their attention and intention, they make themselves available to, let's say, that next multi-billion-dollar idea of whatever it happens to be. There'll be certain people that put themselves, through their actions, through their intention, through their learning, they make themselves available to that, and that becomes apparent to them. But it's available to me, it's available to you, it's available to everyone. It might not be relevant to everyone, but it's all available to everyone. So, Einstein, one of the greatest inventors, talked about how his ideas came to him in inspiration in dreams and sleep. And many of the greatest inventions come in the moments of illumination. They don't come when they're sat at a desk with pen and paper. Well, pen and paper does work. They don't come when they're trying to necessarily solve a problem, when they're trying to logically think, how can I do this? They may have lots of time doing that, but what happens is they come to the beach and get on their bare feet and they're walking along, and an apple falls off a tree, or the wave moves a certain way, or the clouds appear as something different, and an inspiration arises. So why do we share this today is because it is the democratization, if that's a real word, of inspiration, of ideas, of potential, is to remember that it's available, everything is available to everyone all of the time. It's not just Elon Musk, it's not just some spiritual leader, it's not only for the quote elite. I would like to delete that word elite, because what it is giving energy and light to these beings that don't have the highest intentions for humanity. So give your energy and your light to the inspiration that's inside you, not to these perceived elite. Energy and light goes where your energy and intention is placed. So place your energy and intention on your light, on your energy, on your magic, on your genius, on your unique gifts, on your unique voice, on the way you're here to serve and give and be and see and feel, and know that you are the I am that I am, and the I am that I am is the source of everything in this reality, and it's available to everyone all of the time, and it's not out there, it's not in a course, it's not in a book, it is at the source of all of those, but it's not required to go through any of those to receive that which you are. The I am that I am, the I am that you are, is always here, it's always being. We are in the business of isness, it's already here. We're in the isness business, we're in the I amness. It's already so. It's everything that you could want and everything that you can imagine and everything that you can't already exists now here within you. It's not at the end of a 4-year course. It's not in the, in somewhere that's somewhere in the future. That future is just an idea. The future is a thought. Tomorrow never comes. When what you call tomorrow appears, it's always today. It's always now. So it's the democratization of inspiration, of ideas, of gifts, of things that can help and serve humanity. And like we shared yesterday, there is a calling for heart leaders on this planet now. We've went through a period of thought leadership, and we are living through a period of leaders in this planet that are led solely by their minds, solely by what they think, solely by what the world values, the world has valued and still continues in a great degree, is to value thought, intelligence, IQ. We are calling for heart leaders and EQ, emotional intelligence, and an openness and a receptivity to the inspiration, to the ideas, to the solutions, the solutions that come from the soul, that come from the heart, to all of the challenges that humans face. And every idea and every inspiration is available to everyone all of the time, no matter what. And there is nothing binding you, nothing keeping you. There's nothing stopping anyone from accessing the same information, inspiration, information, and intrinsic qualities are available to everyone. It just is down to who makes themselves available to that which is always already here. And so if you're listening to these words and you're called to this as the Son of God arises here, the invitation is to put yourself, rather than thinking, whenever I get smart enough, whenever I get confident enough, whenever I'm this age, whenever this condition changes, whenever this or that happens, more and more regularly every day, find your way of getting yourself into, like I'm sharing earlier, into the shower. cleanse your consciousness, get silent, get quiet, get into nature, get out and be like these little four-legged ones. I don't know if you can see them, the little four-legged ones that play, and being in nature, being in contact with master beings on two legs, the little children, the master beings on four legs or with wings that put you just in the moment, that take you out of thought, and then you make yourself available for the inspiration, the ideas, all the ways, the solutions at 1555 that can help create this. And I want to just revise that. When we say create, it's like a sculptor can create like a magical, like this rough rock. A master sculptor can create something beautiful from this, something incredible from this. But that creation already existed. Let's say some master sculptor comes and creates a beautiful face or some sort of creation, like some sort of form that we would recognize from that rock by chipping away all of these pieces. They created our experience of that, but that already existed within this. Is the Michelangelo idea I always get given. So something within the shape of this inside there already exists. But if I was a master sculptor, if some master sculptor comes, we just chip away everything that is not that, and then it reveals that already existed. So it's just this creation idea that actually something that doesn't exist appears. No, everything already exists. We just make it apparent to us. It's an apparition. It's a revelation. So just to say that finding yourself, finding the way into whatever your shower or driving the car or silence in nature or being with animals or being inspired by children or whatever it is for you that gets you in that space where ideas, inspirations and solutions can come. It's important that every day, in every way that you can, you put yourself into that circumstance, because you who are watching this video are being called to be a leader, are being called to be one that leads from the heart, to be a heart leader. And these ideas and inspirations and solutions are principles. They don't have some sort of morality. If someone who has an ill intent for the world, someone who is led by their thought but is able to put themselves into the space where some incredible technology can be made available to them, but their intent is to use it for greed, for control, for manipulation. There's no morality in this. That idea is there as a potential. And if it's not someone that is led by their heart, that idea will appear to them regardless. It's like the principle of buoyancy. Whenever you learn to swim or you learn to float in the water, that principle doesn't care if you're a good person or a bad person. Someone that wants to float in the water in a way to manipulate someone into the water so that they will drown, the principle works. The principle just is what it is. So the principle and the ideas of inspiration are available to everyone, whether their intent is for the benefit of humanity or for the control or manipulation of humanity. So the more people that are heart leaders, the more people that put themselves in the circumstance and the position, the place and thing that allows them to lead with the heart and to take solutions through the heart, the better. Because what these beings that maybe have ill intent do, they have the ability to match with this energy of abundance. Why is the people that have ill intent for the world, not completely, but a lot of it, why is it they've got the most resources? Because they've matched the principle of abundance. They know how to match this precipitation, this manifestation of form. And again, there's no morality in it. There's not like some God saying, I'm going to give the good stuff to the good people and keep the bad stuff from the bad people. No, there's a principle. And if you match that principle, like the principle of buoyancy, like the principle of abundance, it will appear, it will manifest, it will precipitate, it will become in this reality. So the more beings that are connected with their heart, the more beings that have the intention of solutions, heart-led leadership, to connect with humanity, to serve humanity, then the more of us that make ourselves available to that in the shower, in the car, put in the comments, whatever the place is for you, the more there will be heart leaders, the more there will be solutions, the more there will be beings that are taking this information, this inspiration, these ideas, these solutions for humanity and filtering them through a compassionate heart, one to serve. And then the less and less there will be those that get that idea, that have ill intent, or that are focusing it through the thought form, or through the mind, or through greed. So the invitation to today is to find your shower, find your car, find your way in which you connect with the solutions for humanity, and filter it through the heart, and be a heart leader, and come from the heart, and connect with that heart and soul within you, and inspire others to do it by sharing your story, by sharing your gifts, by being, seeing, feeling and knowing that I am that I am. I am on a life mission to ignite, unite and highlight 144,000 heart leaders on earth, living and giving their unique genius, and to impact and inspire the next 7 generations on earth. So if that is you and you're ready to be ignited, if that is you, you're ready to be united with other heart leaders, and if that is you, you're already living and giving your unique genius, we would like to highlight you, dear heart leader. And until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We are